Hi, I haven't done a vlog for about a fortnight, I think. Um, Basically, I got caught up in all the stuff that's been happening since the 1st of May. Some people we know, we really know them through other people, but I think we know them a bit better now. They lost their 11-year-old son in a hit and run. Major tragedy. I have no idea how people cope with that. But they have 3 other sons, and together the family will keep each other going. And so I put together a tribute song to Sam. He was the boy that died, and it's more of a piece of music really than a song. The only words in it are Sam's name, and that's posted over on my PBS Music channel. But most of you won't know who I'm talking about, because I think most of my viewers are from overseas anyway. But he lived 11 years, did Sam, and he did more to spread positivity than most people do in a lifetime. Certainly a lot more than I've done so far. And I look at this whole tragic event, and it puts everything into perspective, because we think we have problems, sort of everyday stuff that goes wrong, and we turn it into a major catastrophe. You know, the cat scratches the furniture, we get denied planning permission to build an extension on the house, you know, something TV program doesn't start on time and you set the recorder and you miss the ending or something. And then you look at this tragedy and you realise that so far you've gone through nothing, and all of your grumbling has been about nothing, totally meaningless. Okay, to you the worst thing that you've gone through is the worst thing that you've gone through. And when you look at the bigger picture, you have a different opinion. So, yeah, that gets things into a bit of perspective. And I was remembering the Overdrive, talking about how he sometimes picks up emotions from the people around you. You can walk into a room and you can feel the vibes, and you can soak them in, and you sort of adopt the emotions of the people around you. And that really happened to me, listening to more than talking to, because one thing I can do fairly well is listen. And I was listening to people that knew Sam, and the lives he touched is absolutely amazing for somebody his age. And he just lived life to the full, but he was a friend to just about everybody that he met. He didn't really hate anybody. He was just one awesome kid. And I have to say this, that the world was a better and brighter place for the time that he lived here, and it's a much lesser place now that he's no longer here. But the legacy that he's left behind, the testament to him, it's amazing. And that's one of the reasons why I did the song. I'm also doing 2 other pieces. I decided to do 3 movements, and the other 2 are sort of sandwiching the song that's on YouTube at the moment. So I'm not sure whether I might get Isaac to do a bit of a voiceover on one, because he's got a good young voiceover voice. I don't know about that yet. He's sort of been sitting there rather stunned on the sofa for a while, thinking about it all, because he's 11 and Sam is 11, and when you're 11 you think life goes on forever, and then when someone your age dies suddenly, you realise that life is fragile, and it changes your whole outlook. And I realised that I was grieving, and then I told myself, I've got no right to grieve. It didn't happen to one of my children. I can be sad about it, but let's do something. So let's make some music as a memorial to Sam, and let's tell people what a great kid he was, and not just allow his memory to fade. as happens with so many people, so many great people. Unless they've written a book or climbed a mountain or something. He didn't do any of those things, but in his own way he made a wonderful difference. And I remember a movie, one of my favourite movies, called To Serve With Love, where one of the teachers objected to being taught manners by one of the pupils, and the other teacher said, well, so long as we learn, does it really matter who teaches us? And Sam taught all who knew him a lot. But one of the greater testimonies to him is that people like myself, people who weren't close to him, were still learning from his example, and hopefully we always can. So I just wanted to share that. Thanks for listening.